Welcome back to the virtualized version of the Spanish Insider. Today is Thursday, the 27th of May. We are your hosts, Adam, Ryan, and Aki. Today we will be talking about the daily life of the Aztecs.
Something every Aztec citizen did at some point in their life was getting married. When a couple would be married, there would be a large ceremony that lasted for 4 days. There were many types of food served at the ceremony, like tamales, flowers, and beer. The couple would also receive gifts from their parents. The next topic is weaving.
Aztec women were known for their weaving skills. Good weavers were blessed by the goddess of youth, flowers, and love. They were trained from an early age to weave. Right after their birth and a ritual bath, they were given a dista, which is a tool to weave. They were known for weaving capes of different colored threads called cloaks of 1,000 colors. The next topic is sacrifices.
The Aztecs sacrificed a wide variety of items. They thought they had to nourish the sun god, Iti, so it could have an endless battle with the moon god. They would sacrifice animal and human blood, known to be the most precious liquid. Our next topic is food.
The Aztecs had a rich cuisine which was mostly based on corn. They could make drinks as well as tortillas and tamales. You might notice that some of this food is similar to Mexico, and that's because these foods were the precursor of what we have today. The next topic is crime and punishment.
Laws in the Aztecs were based on religious beliefs. Because everybody wanted to please the gods, nobody really had to worry about crime. When someone commit a crime, it was considered fate, so punishment was usually seen as part of God's plan and not as cruelty. Criminals were not used as sacrifices because it might displease the gods. Our next topic is recreation.
The Aztecs thought that free time would lead to bad habits and crime. That's why they thought of a life of hard work. In their little free time they did have, though, they would play board games, a game that's similar to soccer and basketball, and they would enjoy music. Our next topic is social classes.
The Aztecs also had a strictly structured social class made up of 7 parts. At the very top we had the ruler, and one step down was the priest, then the warriors, then the tradesmen, craftsmen, peasants, and finally the slaves. Our next topic is markets. The Aztecs had large outdoor markets that sold many types of goods like skins, spices, building materials, medicine, and slaves. They also had guards to make sure nobody was being scammed or being robbed. Our next topic is warfare.
The Aztecs thought of war as a way to show superiority of their way of life and their gods. Through war, the empire grew bigger and wealthier, and the prisoners of war were to be sacrificed to the gods. All boys that were 12 received training in how to fight, and they accompanied older boys in battles. By fighting in battles, a boy from a peasant family could become an army commander and earn honor and wealth. Aztecs believed that if you wore the skin of an animal, you would get that animal's power. Next, we will move on to education.
The Aztecs had two different types of schools, one for noble sons and one for peasant sons. The noble son school would teach a wide variety of subjects, including geography, math, and astrology, while the peasant son school would teach mostly just fighting. While they would both teach fighting, the peasant son school would main in that. Our next topic is clothing. Aztec men and women were held to very different beauty standards. Men wore loincloths tied around their waist and through their legs, and sometimes they would wear capes. However, their capes could only be embroidered if they were nobles or high-ranking military officers. Women were thought of as beautiful for being clean, so they would always take baths. After their bath, they would put on yellow skin makeup and they would wear long skirts around their waists and wear a simple white blouse. These blouses could come in all sorts of colors. Thank you for watching the digitalized version of the Spanish Insider. We hope to see you next time.